Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how are you today? In today's video, there's a few things that we need to talk about. Okay, so I have some pictures and some articles that we're going to be sharing today. Okay, so I mean, there's just a lot going on. So with this one, it comes from Eastern Pennsylvania. Okay. And she says, I know you've been sharing prices from across the U.S. I'm in Eastern PA, saw this pot roast, and I almost passed out. Highest price I've seen so far. Yeah. For a 3-pound pot roast, that is expensive. So I'm going to put this in for you. Okay. Hang on. Okay, so this email was sent to me, okay, and she says, good morning from South Louisiana. I just wanted to share this with you. Feel free to share on your channel. My husband is a high school band director, and his band program was affected by Hurricane Ida. That means many students in his band, as well as bands in our area, lost instruments. Thankfully, the school districts are acquiring funds to get students what they need to perform their music. Here's the problem. Many of these instruments are not manufactured here in the US. My husband just learned that instruments from Yamaha and other manufacturers are on an 18-month wait list. He has no idea what his students will do. Some of these kids are seniors and are going to college on scholarships. How will they audition with no instruments? I know he and other band directors will work day and night to do what they can, but at the end of the day, if there's no supply, well, it's just not there. Wow. Well, and in this case, you can't even say, well, then it's up to the parents, because if there's no instruments to be bought, not even the parents can buy them. So the teachers can't buy them, the schools can't buy them, the parents can't buy them. So really, what options are left here? Yeah. Okay. And I I wish I had an explanation. I mean, the only thing I can think of is pawn shops. I wouldn't dare do Craigslist, eBay, something. Something's got to be done. Okay. There's other ways. Okay. The school board can get together and try and figure this out. Okay, parents, come together and figure this out. Okay, put the word out there. Maybe if people have old instruments that they've had for a while, maybe they will give them away. Not for nothing, but there are a lot of what do you want to call it? Like um, very charitable um, companies out there that that make these instruments, like the guitars and stuff like that. What's that one? Fender. Is it Fender or something like that? Maybe reach out to them, see what they can do, because this is a crisis and it is affecting children and their college scholarships. Maybe something can be done. Reach out to the companies individually. That would be my best advice. Yeah. So on to this one. These are pics from a Publix in Mount Dora, Florida. Publix in Sorrento looks basically the same. Toilet paper and paper towels looked okay, but paper plates, napkins, and disposable cutlery is slim in both stores. Okay, so here are 6 pictures, and I'm going to put these in for you right now. Okay, so this picture was sent to me, and she said, I asked my daughter-in-law to pick up canned dog food at Walmart last night. And this is the picture that she sent me. She said it's horrible. Yeah. So we're all feeling this, pet owners, we're all feeling this. So here's the picture. Okay, so this email was sent, and she said, for my preps, I have been focusing on stocking up during sales. You know, a lot of us do, especially if you have coupons as well, right? My local grocery store, a Midwest chain, has had Folgers coffee on sale recently, $3.99 to $4.99. So, of course, I grabbed while I can. I bought a 30-ounce can 3 weeks ago and purchased another one last week, but it's now 26 ounces. So 3 weeks ago, she bought a 30-ounce can. Last week, it's now down to 26 ounce. And of course, it's the same price, she said. Usually runs $7 to $8 in her area. She said, I also have a 2018 Dodge Caravan. I recently started having issues with it starting. I got it to the dealership and it wouldn't start up again. We found out the powertrain control module has gone bad. Luckily, it's under warranty. But unfortunately, it's the chip that's on shortage. There are 200 plus on back order in front of me, so the time frame is unknown. The dealer is so short on vehicles on his lot that he doesn't have a vehicle to loan me. Insurance won't cover rental since it's not an accident, and the warranty does not cover rental costs either. So I'm basically SOL at this point. There seems to be Rona money tossed around for everything but auto hardships. My husband and I hope to get acreage someday, so we are going to buy an older truck to get us by with the intentions of using it on the homestead one day. Oh gosh, yeah. These chips in the newer cars, for all of us that have newer cars, we're really going to be feeling this. We really truly are. So then this was sent to me. She said, hey, I just wanted to suggest using and this has to do with the grocery cart, the Walmart grocery cart issue. Okay, this was her suggestion. I just wanted to suggest using a child's foldable wagon, an empty stroller, or even a push foldable wire cart, like you would stack items in when traveling, etc., in place of the baskets if carts are getting crazy in the future at Walmart or any other grocery store for that matter. You could even stack baskets in these items if additional space is needed. Very good suggestion. Thank you very much. So, you guys come up with really the best options, the best suggestions that I've ever seen. You really have. And I very much appreciate it. And so do everybody that watches these videos. So now here's some articles, okay, that were sent to me. So here we go. Oh boy. I tell you, some of the stuff that you see, you read is just out of this world. And you're like, how the heck do people even think about these things? And how is this stuff even happening in today's society? you try and wrap your head around this stuff, and it's like, you swear you get a brain freeze. You really do. So here we go. Florida's chief financial officer, Jimmy Petronas, okay, suggested that the food chain, okay, it's In-N-Out Burger. Have you ever heard of it? I've heard of it. We don't have them here that I know of, okay. He said that the In-N-Out Burger should move to the Sunshine State after several In-N-Out locations were shut down by California officials. Now, Petronas appealed to In-N-Out CEO Lindsay Snyder to move to the state, arguing that Florida has a superior business climate, noting that the state has no personal income tax, low corporate taxes, and no band-aids. He said, I'm writing to you today, not only as Florida's chief financial officer, but as a small business owner who grew up in a family-owned restaurant and worked there for more than 30 years, his letter reads. I know how hard it is to turn a profit and make payroll on a good day, let alone when your own government is working to crush your business with absurd mandates. Once I heard the news of your shutdown for refusing to act as police, okay, I knew I had to reach out immediately. It came as health officials in Contra, C-O-N-T-R-A, Costa County, California, shut down another In-N-Out Burger location for allowing indoor dining without checking customers for proof of their, okay, coming after a location was closed in nearby San Francisco for similar reasons. Now, Contra Costa County District 1 Supervisor John Gioia, that's Gioia, claimed that In-N-Out's staff in Pleasant Hill have just flouted the law. You just flouted the law. Oh, did they, Buffett? So it was other residents who complained about them, he said, that it was the health department's follow-up and issued funds. So it's the residents that know the ins and outs, no pun intended, but the ins and outs of each individual person who works at these fast food restaurants and knows their personal info. Isn't that called HIPAA? So I highly doubt it was personal people that were, that were saying these things. I highly doubt it. So the Contra Costa Environmental Health said in a news release that the commercial food permit for Pleasant Hill location was suspended Tuesday for creating a public health hazard for repeatedly violating a county health order intended to reduce the risk of transmission. Yeah, right. So despite repeated notices of violation and fines, the business continued to permit indoor dining on site without verifying the status or recent negative results of customers. Card, please. You know, during a live on this channel months ago, Trish and I had talked about this. Card, please. Card, please. Meanwhile, it was going on in other countries, not yet here. And we said that it was going to start happening here. And no one wanted to believe us. Here you go. So the restaurant chain, which has numerous locations across the West Coast, okay, said its staff will not check the status of customers. And the reason for the closure is that In-N-Out associates were not actively demanding documentation and photo IDs for each dine-in customer before serving them. And we refuse to become the police, they said, for any government. It's unreasonable, invasive, and unsafe to force our restaurant associates to segregate customers into those who may be served and those who may not, whether based on the documentation they carry or for any other reason. Amen. Amen. Weinsinger continued to say that the chain doesn't agree with any government dictate that forces a private company to discriminate against customers who choose to patronize their business. The move comes about 2 weeks after another In-N-Out Burger in San Francisco's Fisherman Wharf was closed down for allowing indoor dining without having its staff check whether they, arm candy or not. So the passport mandate was implemented in San Francisco earlier this year by Mayor London Breed. And similar systems have implemented in New York, Los Angeles, New Orleans, and other U.S. cities. The San Francisco location was reopened to outdoor dining and takeout, and some would-be customers in Pleasant Hill criticized the move to shut down the business. It's not their job. They're here to make hamburgers for us, in all reality. And that was said by Sean Vance. Absolute government overreach. It's too much government control over us. We're a nation of freedom, said Army veteran Laura Mosier. Absolutely. Abso-frickin-lutely. Love it. Come to Florida. Come to Florida. So, then there's 2 more articles. I'll give you a quick rundown because, oy vey. All right, so there's this whack job. Okay, I'm being nice. So, he got pissy because he didn't get a refund at an Electric Daisy Carnival. Okay, it's the EDC. If you don't know what the EDC is like a music festival. Okay, and it's like where they play like hardcore techno music. Okay, my son, he went to one 2 years ago, and he said even though he loves the music, he'll never go back. Why? Because he was robbed. Literally, because they get so jam-packed in there, somebody actually reached into his basketball shorts and stole his cell phone right out of his pocket. Yeah. So, so this guy who didn't receive a refund 2 years ago, okay, he threatened a chemical attack. I swear. So, and that was because everything, the EDC concert got shut down because of Rona. Okay, well, it's not like they knew. It's not like the concert people knew that we were going to have a pandemic. Okay, so obviously for the safety of the patrons and the concert goers and the performers, they had to shut it down. Okay, so, and this was in Las Vegas. Okay, so this guy, Abraham Hurtado Castrijan, 29, of Vegas, he bought an EDC ticket for $350 2 years ago. All right. When the group Insomniac that holds the festival did not provide a refund after the cancellation, this whack job tried to scare them. Okay, and this is all out of the police report. He tried to scare them with the threat of violence via social media because, big guy, I'm going to go on social media and say, I want my money back and blase squaze. So Insomniac has records of a refund provided to him in May of 2020. And it was, drawn up they sent all the proof that they needed to send in an email Thursday night of the amount of the refund and stuff like, okay. So according to the report, this jackass sent a video message to Pasquale Rotella, and he's the EDC founder, okay, threatening to pop fentanyl balloons at the festival, something that would be considered an act of terrorism. Well, yeah, because fentanyl will literally kill millions. Hey, what are you doing, smackdass? You don't say shit like that. You don't do shit like that. So now guess what? You are a domestic terrorist. You fucktard. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't like to curse, okay? But when you are going to do something and say something and threaten something like this, and you're going to threaten the lives of innocent people, innocent concert goers, and for what? When they already refunded your money, but because you got pissy, give me a break. And then he said, it's too late to try and fix it. You had 2 years. They already refunded your money. Oh, God. So, I hope you rot, you schmuck. I hope you rot. So, then this one, this is kind of like the same aspect, all right? So there were several reports that one person in a crowd was injecting people with some sort of drug. Why? Nobody knows, But it was during last night's tragedy, okay, in Houston at the Astro World Festival. And there's an ongoing investigation going on right now, okay? The chaotic event was during Travis Scott's, concert where those people were killed, okay? And, when they got trampled and everything. And the concert performance at NRG Park led to the tragic deaths of 8 people. And they're all under the age of 30. And many more were injured, all right? There's not an exact number of how many people were injured, all right? Now, rumors have been swirling online that, and I don't like rumors, right? But this is what this article is saying. That several concert goers reported being injected with something. But the first confirmation from officials that there was any sort of injection was made during Saturday afternoon's press conference. And the police chief, Troy Finner, said that one security officer was struck in the neck Friday night while he was trying to restrain a concert goer. So he said he actually felt like a prick in the neck. And when he was examined, he went unconscious. And he was administered Narcan. Unbelievable. What is society coming to? Unfriggin' believable, man. You can't even go out and enjoy life. You really can't. You really can't. Well, what are we all supposed to do? Just become introverts and stay the hell home because you just don't know anymore? What kind of life is that? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. Stay safe. Stay positive. Keep prepping. And as always, fearless.